Hello, people, and welcome back to the second episode of our City Skylines playthrough. I hope you guys had a fantastic few days or a week or a month or whenever you're seeing this episode. I'm gonna try to do these as much as possible. Actually, as I'm recording this, the first episode just went up, so I'm recording the second episode when the first one goes up. So I think I'm already on a roll, and I hope that you will be here to watch it on this new episode. All 30 of you, 30 people that are watching this, you guys are seriously a step above the rest, and I really appreciate you. Even though, again, I'm just here to chill. I hope the last episode was chill, and I hope this one is even more chill and maybe a little bit faster paced. I know the previous episode was a little slow, and it had lots of gaps in it because I was just sitting there thinking. It had lots of ums and ums and uhs and ahs and stuff like that. I say that and then I do it. We're going to try and keep things moving, keep things going. I don't want to waste your time, but I also want to give you a fun experience here in our city, which you might notice looks slightly different. I don't know if you can tell the nuances from the last episode to this one, but I changed a few things because I liked the idea that we were going for, keeping things a little bit chaotic, a little bit crazy. And you can still see here that there's some neighborhoods around, like over here, where the angles are kind of all over the place. But it was a little bit too crazy for me. I wanted this town to be a rural town and kind of maybe have some old established vibe to it. You know, think about people who moved here originally from wherever. They came in here and kind of just plopped roads down wherever they needed them. However, it was a little too crazy for me, so I changed a few things, and not really that much. It was mostly just this kind of segment here, mostly around the school. The roads here were kind of all over the place, so I kept them more straight, and I kind of like the idea of chaos, but it still makes sense. Like, these roads, they're not chaotic. Maybe these curved roads, these ones definitely are, but they're all straight, and there's still 90-degree angles and stuff in there, but it's just a little abnormal, and not fully filled in. I had to delete a lot of the housing that was here and we have a problem. Well, this is a great way to start the video. I guess in my destruction mayhem, I disconnected the power line, so we are just going to scoot this right there, and that should solve each and every one of our problems for the rest of our lives. We will never have another problem in this game after this moment. Look at that, everyone's happy again. So basically, I just changed a couple things. The school area, I kind of condensed it a little bit here. I put the school on this street instead of this one, just to keep this one free and have this school have its own like dedicated spot right here. And that meant I had to get rid of some of the pathing and stuff, but I think I see a few opportunities for us to put some more paths in here. We are going to get the football pitch in here, which I have downloaded from the Steam Workshop, which will be very nice. And yeah, other than that, I added a couple details here and there, some bushes and whatnot. Used the surface painter tool to kind of... that's the water tool. Water tool? Water. And it's a tool, so I call it the water tool. Use the surface painter to like fill some gappage up in here and kind of just make this look a little bit more concise. So I think that's looking good. And today we are going to get that football pitch in, and we are also going to talk expansion and maybe add our first real bit of industry in here today. So expansion wise, so it's a little bit easier to kind of see what my plans are when we are in the terrain height tool. And now it's gone, and now it's back. So you can see here with the terrain tool the differences in heights between different points of the map. And you can see here that there's a very gentle slope that comes down through here until it just about levels out. Actually, it doesn't level out to the highway. Maybe we'll have it level out, but it kind of just about levels out around here. And I believe in my personal playthrough that I did in the past, I played on this map, I think I just flattened out like most of this hill and kind of kept it here because I wanted to build on it, but I pretty much flattened it out. And my goal for this playthrough, however, is to kind of formulate the city as naturally as possible, following the terrain, as much terrain as we have, and kind of think of it as if this is maybe a New England city that developed a long time ago and developed around the terrain that it was founded on. So I had mentioned in the previous episode that I wanted the downtown area to be right here. And over here is our starting area. So we kind of have to think about how we're going to end up connecting this area to over here. And saying that, we do have, we do have the highway that comes over here, and that's obviously a perfect connection between these two areas. But I usually see the highway as more of a means for vehicles to come in and out of the city, and less about traveling through the city and the area unless you're going like pretty far away. Like if you're coming up here, you might want to hop on the highway and then take it down to the city here. But if you're just coming from one town to another, I want there to be a pretty decent connection in the form of a smaller collector road type situation. A little bit faster speed, but nothing like the highway that's going on over here. So we're gonna think about that and perhaps use this road that we kind of got going on already and extend it out this way. And remember, like I said last episode, we will be removing this industrial area at some point. And then I remember saying in the last episode that I didn't want to use these pre-plotted kind of resource areas in the city. I think I intended on just removing it and removing the trees and not really using it. I mean, it's really cool, but you want to build the city the way you want to build it, not the way that the game is dictating. But we do kind of got this like small town vibe going on, and I was thinking off camera like how to expand from this point, and I noticed that we do have the farming industry on. Do we have it unlocked? What does this say? Oh, we just need to create an industry area in order to unlock that. And we have these beautiful farm fields here, and we have a small town. So I felt like that it kind of just made sense that we built a farm here today. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna build it here. And then we are also going to expand onto this side of the farm, quote unquote, as well. And we'll go back to the terrain tool. You can see that the terrain here gradually slopes down until it flattens out over here. So I was thinking if I flattened out this hill, maybe just up to this contour line, that would create much more of a steep angle there and much more of like a definitive natural barrier in the terrain that we can kind of use to help us build. So I'm thinking if I flattened this out up to this contour line, that I could build a pretty cool little satellite town, or maybe like a sister town, to this one over here, and they can kind of both work on the farm area, and maybe we can give this town a little bit of its own speciality. Yeah, so we're gonna do that as well, or at least we'll lay out the road network. And then eventually we're gonna need to get a road coming down this direction. So I think we'll plan that out as well. But with that all said, let's just jump into it. First things first, I want to make a district for this area because we don't have one yet, and we have districts unlocked. So we kind of need to let the game know and let ourselves know what the heck this place is. And let's see what it gives us automatically. Autumn Park. Hello everyone, and welcome to Autumn Park, the beautiful place where magic is made through the fall. Energy. I don't know. Autumn Park. I kind of like that, but it doesn't really fit our vibe going on here. And I don't know if we remember in the last episode, I had mentioned that I like to name towns based off of places around me, where I live in New Jersey, baby. So Autumn Park to me sounds a little bit like Asbury Park. And I know Asbury Park is a coastal town here in the beautiful state of Jersey. But it's fine. It's all we're playing this game the way we want to play it. It's all a simulation. So we can call it whatever the heck we want. And I like that being Asbury Park. It's funny because if you've ever been here, Asbury Park, that this place that we've built and that name do not correlate with each other in the slightest, but it makes it kind of funny. It adds a little extra flavor on top of the name in our game, this version of it that we're building. Anyway, so we have our first district, and I don't think is there any policies that we need going on here? We don't actually have them all unlocked, or taxation or anything, so I think we'll just leave that as is for now. And now that we got that settled, I think we're gonna go ahead and build our farming industry. Now, I don't think I mentioned in the last video what DLCs I have. Fudge is what I said. I'm so sorry, guys. I really do have gas problems. I really do be having gas problems. I'm so sorry. I'll try to censor them from now on. But yeah, so I do have a good handful of DLCs. I don't have all of them, but I think I have a majority of them. So there's probably only a few that I am missing at this point. And I remember when this one came out, I hadn't bought it just yet because I wasn't playing this game as much at the time. Which is an utter shame. It is truly an utter shame, because this game is indubitably a masterpiece. And so when I got back into it later at a different point, I was looking, to spice the game up, and I took one look at the industry DLC, and I was like, yeah, ooh, there goes my phone. And I was like, yeah, I think that will spice up the gameplay, and it really does. Like, it is a quality DLC. Definitely, in my opinion, one of the better ones that they've come out with, because it just adds so much more to the game, so much more you can do, and so many more ways you can make money. And I do appreciate that there are several different kinds of industry, and there's the whole warehouse kind of gameplay that you gotta work around. The warehouses are a whole beast unto their own, and I don't really know how well they really function. Maybe they could have worked on that a little bit better, but I think, it's a video game. I bought the DLC for on the cheap, so it's okay, don't really matter. But here we go, we have our first industry, and it is going to be our little farm for our little town, for our little people we're working towards Boomtown, but we're still the little tiny town, and we're gonna give these people some jobs, because that's what I want. That's what I want from my people. I came here to give them jobs. So that's what we're gonna do. So we have our farmhouse here ready to start farming, and the first thing we need, obviously, is some crop fields. Now, I probably will just plop a couple of them on the side here, on the side of the road. Also, this is going to be a really big farm. Like, this is probably going to be the biggest farm I've ever made in this game. And that's not really saying much because I don't often go ham on the farming aspect of this game. I'm also probably should probably unpause the game soon so I can make some money. Let's just do that. Because I got some of the demolished houses still need to build in here. So we'll get those going. We're gonna need some water over here. But the farm usually takes a second hand to the other industries in this DLC. You know, like the oil and the ore industries. Those are just money makers. So I often spend a lot of time on those, but that's kind of why I wanted to come in here and work on the farm more as well, and kind of utilize the space that we already have. So I think I am going to, like I said, put some of these fields just right here on the side of the road. We'll do 2 of those. Oh, okay, we have some animal pastures as well. Maybe we should try to build different areas for that, because we got a lot of space here. So I kind of want to utilize that and kind of actually put some design effort into this big and awesome farm. So maybe we're gonna keep the dirt road action going on in this industry area. And I think what we'll do over here is get and we're out of money. Okay, we're gonna get the pastures up in this, but we can only build one for now. So we'll start there. And look, we got all these fields in here too, so that's gonna be good. So we got our farm tab open here, and this is all of the impertinent information that we're gonna need to make this farm the most efficient it possibly can be. So we have this, I'm going to keep the game going. We have this amount of crops being made. We have, we don't have any flour being made yet because I don't think I have a flour mill. No, I do not. Get that back open again. So we can't make any flour yet, but we can make some animal products because we do have a pasture for animals, which means we can go and sell them off and make some monies. We have our resources until the next level. We need a certain amount of workers at any point. Our profit, we're in the hole at the moment. And we have our policies, which we'll think about implementing later. So I think most of this whole area is going to be filled, with just a crap load of fields. But we will definitely end up having a section of it that is just for processing our goods. So making our wheat into flour, and you can also make a bakery, I believe. So making a bakery in here at some point. I'm pointing at the screen again with my hand as if you can see my hand over here. I'll use the mic and the mouse. I'll use the mic and the mouse on the mouse and the mic and the mic and the mice and the mic and the mic and the mouse. So we'll get a bakery in here somewhere, and we'll have all of our post-processing stuff in its own little section. And yeah, we're just gonna have a mega profitable monopoly farm up in this Asbury Park land, which is not actually a beach town. Look, you just gotta take a little bit of the realism out, and it all makes sense. I don't really like this name though. Oops. Pleasant Fields doesn't really sound very pleasant to me, so we're gonna call it Unpleasant Fields. I don't even care if that's how you spell that, but basically all of the people in our town are gonna be slaves to the farm, and they're gonna come here and they're gonna be depressed, and it's gonna be great because it's gonna make us money, because more depression equals more money in our pockets, That's just how it works. So with that done and moving, I totally forgot that, well, first, we're having a problem here with not having enough educated... Ooh, and that building is now abandoned. Not enough educated workers. You can see here that we need some more well-educated people in here, and I wasn't planning on doing this today, but that means we need a high school. I don't really like to build the schools very quickly in this game, because when you're starting with just regular generic industry, you need uneducated people to work here. So it's kind of better to grow the city faster than you do the school system. If you relate it to real life, it's really not great. But it's a video game, so it's fine. So with that said, though, our businesses, though, and our shops, they do need educated workers in order to function. So it's like a weird kind of balance. Like, you need your more educated people closer to the shops, and you need your uneducated people closer to the factory jobs. But we don't have enough money just yet, so in the meantime, I totally forgot to get this football pitch in here, and I have this one, which is pretty big, and we could actually fit in here. It looks like this, and then I have this one, which is smaller and kind of a little more simple, and it only costs $10, which is quite nice and quite the discount. We're gonna put this in here. But this is like a ploppable thing, so I'm not sure how these work in that. I'm not sure how it's gonna function, like if it will function as like a park or something. But that, wow, are there no, oh, there's no goalposts. Crap. Oh, there's no anything. There's no assets on this thing. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I guess you have to download those in addition to this. Use the surface painter to remove damaged terrain. You can't remove the damage because there's nothing here. The only damage that's happening here is to my heart, because I was totally hyped to get this in here. Well, that just means that I'm going to need to download a few more props. I don't think I have anything like a football pitch. These are all just bushes and stuff, and oh yeah, don't forget about our rocks. I think there are props here just in the base game. Ooh, more rocks, that's cool. But nothing, I don't think we're gonna have any goalposts. No, we just have control barriers and trash cans. So I think for the start here, we're just gonna have to do with just a couple trash cans. We can't plop them on the thing here, but I'm hoping with the move it mod. Oh, I can't even do that. This is really, really sad. I'm quite disappointed in this. I guess in the meantime we can just put the other one down. I wasn't really anticipating on putting it here, but it does fit and it does look nice, doesn't it? Maybe this could serve for the elementary school, but also just for the town in general, you know? Like this, I remember, you know, last episode we were talking about this being like a community center. And in my rebuilding of this, and I kind of removed the idea of that just slightly, because the school used to be in a more wider area, and now it's kind of a little, it's been shrunken, but we can still think about this as being, yeah, like a little community center. That fence doesn't really need to be there, does it? But I don't know, I like the, we got a double fence here. There ain't no way in hell that you're getting in here, okay? Could you hop the fence? Sure. Can you walk over here? Yeah, but this entrance is just for the kids. They can get in here and hop the fence and play football. So I think I also de-zoned these in my rebuilding ramp page as well. It wasn't a ramp page, but it kind of was. I was flipping out, man, because I just hated how it was looking before. But it's looking mighty fine now, and this is coming together. It's all making sense now. Why this town's here because we're gonna have all this humongous industry here that's probably we're just gonna have to keep working on probably as we expand further away, which will be exciting. So in the meantime, I think we need a little bit more money still. So while we're waiting for that, I am gonna go ahead and upgrade all of these roads. Not these ones, because that makes sense for what we're trying to do here. That is not a straight road, is it? Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm just gonna go through and do some upgrading on all these roads, so everything looks pretty, and it kind of sends us more into the direction of making this a proper modern town. Let's jump into it. Nice, look at that. Now this is actually looking like a proper town to me now at this point. Hold on guys, it's time to be real. I don't know if you guys have heard of the app Be Real. It's sweeping the nation at this point. But mine just went off whilst I was recording this video. Isn't that fun? I'm being real. I'm trying to be as real as humanly possible. Oh crap, I'm just messing all this up now, aren't I? I just wanted to adjust this fence, which I think I'll just remove now. Now that I've put those upgraded roads in, it's kind of messed up our fences a little bit because they were kind of put down based on the old road. But I'll just fix this up real quick. Okay, that's looking better. Right. So, as we were saying before, look at that. These roads are looking great. These interior roads I put on here have really nice and big sidewalks, but they don't have any parking, which is kind of fine. I mean, people will just find other ways to park. I'm gonna squish that node as close to there as possible. Ah! Golly netters. Hopefully the editor, me, bleeped that out for you guys. I'm so sorry. But yeah, when you go and upgrade these roads for the first time, it really starts bringing your city even more to life. And I actually like too that these are dirt roads here for the farming industry, because that also just kind of gives it that real edge to it. We're also going to upgrade these roads over here just to the normal base game, vanilla, regular arse road. But I think what we'll do is make this one, keep that one 4 lanes, just so, because this is kind of like the collector road here. So all the trucks and vehicles and stuff come onto this road, and then this is the road that takes them out of the city or into the city, quote unquote, the town. Here we're gonna hit pause again. I keep forgetting to do that. What do you want? Wandering pig? You eating? Yeah, just a little pig, aren't you? Frickin' pig. Not enough raw materials. They need crops. Well, what are these then? Potatoes? A potato flew around my room before you came. Greenhouse. Oranges. Let's do oranges. Yeah, I like that kind of orangey, yellowy theme we got going on here. I think that's gonna look real good going all up in this. Anyways, yeah, so I think while we're waiting for some more money to come, money, I can't do Mr. Krabs for money. That wasn't too bad. While we're waiting for some more monies to come in here, we are going to lay out more of our road expansion plans. And whilst I did that, I just wanted to quickly talk about something that I forgot to in the previous episode which is that there is a new DLC that came out for this game like last week called Parks and Promenades. And the Parks and Promenades DLC, some people love it, and it seems like a lot of YouTubers like it, and I don't know if they like the DLC or if they like the they like that there's some more content to make videos on, which is totally fine. Like, it makes sense. I still like watching it, but I just don't really like the DLC, and it's not really the concept of the DLC. So the DLC is all about making more walkable cities, which I think is a cool idea, and which I also think is like an important idea. I think walkability in cities in real life is really important, and is something that we've looked over, at least in the United States, within the last couple centuries. But I don't like one thing specifically about the DLC, and that's the art style. And I don't know if anyone else feels the same way about it, but they added a whole bunch of new assets for the game because there's, with walkable cities, you're going to need new buildings and services to put in those walkable areas. So there's lots of new things that you can build and plop down in the city now. And I think the art style is just weird. Like, it just seems really random to me. And I'll put up some photos, screenshots of the DLC, and let me know what all 30 of you watching this video think in the comments down below. But I just don't like it. I don't like the way they look. I can't even really tell what kind of art style they were going for, because it just kind of seems really random, and kind of like if you gave a 3-year-old a massive paint canvas and just every color imaginable and told them to just go have fun with it. It's just weird to me, and I needed to mention that. But I also am curious for anyone who actually is legitimately watching this video, what you think about it, because I might have a bad opinion on that, or at least a uncommon opinion on that. But yeah, I won't be buying it myself. But anyways, what do we got next up on the list here? Yep, so we've done a little terraforming here, and it kind of it looks a little funky. Maybe we can smooth out these kind of odd little pimple bumps in the road here, but it's kind of cool, little wavy pattern going on here. Also, just to make sure it's clear, nothing beats this pimple bump in our city. This is the jewel. This is the cornerstone of our city, right in our financial district, not financial district, our commercial district over here. We still need people. Oh yeah, that's because we need a high school. And I know I'm kind of going all over the place with what I'm doing here. I know I was gonna do some planning over there, but we actually really need this high school right now. So I think what I'm gonna do, since I haven't really planned or plopped or done anything over here, that I'm going to get the high school over here, and before I just plop that down, we are gonna get it its own little road, just a tiny little road, because I think it's looks better and it's more efficient when these buildings are kind of set off from the main drive, because then you can kind of, one, aesthetically form a little campus around it, but two, it just keeps the children off the road. We are all about the safety of our children, even though this is a high school. But anyway, so we got the high school there, and we are going to grab some parking lots, and perhaps we will grab these ones, these bigger ones here, and we'll get one on each side there. And then yeah, so in talking about building more like a campus, we're gonna build a street over here, and then we are also going to get these fine folks a basketball court. We're We're gonna get him a basketball court. We're gonna do it right there. I think it actually would look cool if the basketball court was facing this way instead, and we got it on that road. Yeah, I think that's cool. So we got that going, and we got these. I think we can do a little beautification here. Yeah, I think that's looking good. I noticed while I was making that in the last episode I shared a story about my friend and I and how we passed a middle school in New Jersey, which was literally right up against a major highway. And I decided not to build the elementary school over here, and I built it over here instead because of that story and because that would be a stupid idea. But turns out I am just stupid. But I think it's okay because I put up a hedge. I didn't even put up a fence. I just put up a hedge right here. Look, oh my gosh, there's literally a gap in the hedge. Okay. I was just about to say, you can't tell me that any high schoolers are going to get through this hedge, but then there was a big gap. But look at that. You can't jump that. Tell me you can jump that hedge. It's literally half the height of this tree here. If you can get over the hedge... Oh my gosh, I'm a comedic genius. If you can get over this hedge, then you deserve to be on the other side of that hedge. And I can't be in charge of what happens to you after that. What does that look like? That looks absolutely horrible. I want to move the hedge because I'm over this hedge. I'm over it. This hedge sucks. Look at that. Why doesn't it connect? That's so strange. And then when I try to elongate it, oh, I gotta like stretch it all the way over here. This is not coming out good, guys. I really thought this hedge was foolproof. I thought it looked amazing. I thought it was gonna be very valuable to the safety of our kids in our community, but it just sucks. It just sucks. Literally sucks. We're gonna give this one last attempt. Oh my gosh. Oh, I have it. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't even know why I have the road right there, but I like to think that, you know, maybe some kid's gonna walk home and the kid just lives in the woods right here. I watch this YouTuber, his name is Camping with Steve, and he does things like camping on the sides of highways like this. So I like to think that maybe Steve's over here. He just picked up his kid from school and now he's going home. He's gonna go live in the woods. Anyways, now we got our high school plopped in here, and hopefully that will help with our educational issues over here. After all the kids kind of have, they gotta go through the system, but once they start going through, which we have literally hundreds of people going to the school, that will solve that problem. And I think just before we kind of wrap up here today, I want to get back to planning some more of these future expansion ideas. So we got this road coming down here, and I think I want to kind of do something else with this area here. I'm not exactly sure what yet. Maybe build like a park or something. I don't know. But our kind of sister town to Asbury Park is going to be over here on this side. And we have this kind of main drag road coming through here, which could be kind of like a collector road here. But we also have just this main interchange exit and entrance here, and I'm not really sure what I want to do about that, because we kind of just built off the beaten path here. The thing is, I don't want to like have to make these people who are gonna live down here have to, come down this road here and then come down this road just to get to their road. So here's what I'm thinking of doing. I'm thinking that we will move this intersection, and not entirely, but here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna move that power line just for now. I'm gonna grab the old move it mad, and we are going to move this road so it is more parallel to this one over here. And I don't really know how to do this precisely as possible, but I think with just a good eyeball, we can kind of get it as perfect as possible. Let's see if that's a straight angle. It's not, but I wonder if I now grab this node as well and I hold control. That didn't do anything. I mean, by all purposes sake, I think that's like pretty good. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, in the grand scheme of things. And then continuing with the dirt road here, I think we will just send it along down this way, kind of parallel to that one. And then what we can do is have these, that was not straight at all. Oh my gosh. Look, I'm a video editor, IRL. I don't know why that's not like giving me a snapped angle. There it is. There, yeah. What? That is not straight at all. This is gonna bug me. I am a video editor in IRL, and I'm kind of sometimes can become a perfectionist with this kind of stuff. It just has to be as good as it possibly can be. So why don't we do this actually? Yeah, we'll get that one straight so we know that this is perfectly aligned now. And then we won't make this road straight, but we'll kind of just put it at a good angle so it connects there. Pretty much okay. We'll use the option key, it was actually, to make sure that's a straight road there. And then by the time you get here, it's all evened out, more grid-like, and that will be beautiful. So we're not going to connect it up there just yet, but this is going to be our arterial road into this section here, which I think we will reserve for the next episode to really plan out. But we know with this road coming in here that it's going to get to around this area here, and then I want the main arterial / like connector road, oh, we can't build too far, to kind of be parallel with the mountains, quote unquote, the rolling hills. Look at them, the rolling hills that we got going on here. And then it'll be a same jig going that direction, and then we'll build the town off of that, not in parallel, in adjacent, yep, that's a word, that's a phrase, to this main collector road right here. So that will be kind of a future expansion. We have this road coming down this way as well. And then I think when we get this farm area like really cooking, and we get like pretty much everyone who's eligible to have a job, get them working over here, we will slowly phase out our actual industrial area, get rid of that, so that we can work on getting our kind of country road going this way. And then we have lots of plans for this area right over here. Oh, and would you look at that? That is my timer to let me know that it is time to stop making this video now, because I don't want it to be as long as the other one. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this episode. I hope that I made it better than the last one. Again, like, I'm just making this for fun, and I just want it to be a chill experience, but I also want it to be the best experience possible. One, for you, and two, for me to look back on and feel accomplished in my life. So, yeah, if you like this video, please do not subscribe or hit the like button, and please let me know down in the comments what it is or what it was about this video that you hated the most. Alright, thank you everyone, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.